Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Collier, the co-founder and CEO of EveTab. That is not me, but he's a handsome man nonetheless. So hyper-local mobile payments, that is me. So I'm a system design engineer from the University of Waterloo. I sold my first nightclub CRM company. I've got about 5 years payment experience within the e-commerce space. So while I'm not an expert, I know a little bit about the space, and I will share some of my interesting findings with all of you today. So why now? Why do companies want to do mobile payments now? Why is this an important time? And why is it a point where the chasm is finally crossed to where the technology is available and the market is ready? So I'm going to help illustrate to you guys a few examples that I found with my experience. So Uber has kind of flourished and shown the world that people are willing to pay a premium for on-demand experiences, and mobile payments are somewhat acceptable, i.e. people are willing to put a credit card into a phone, thank God. Apple Pay has also legitimized that, so now it's not so scary, still kind of sparse in Canada, but the US people are using it nonetheless. The technology is here, so we use a cool technology called Lakova, and they do actual Bluetooth mobile payments. I know, doesn't that sound like it's from the future? And smartphone penetration is at an all-time high. It's over 70% of all US American citizens, and I don't have that statistic for Canada because there's very little data in Canada. So demand. So this is a very interesting statistic I found online. There's a 25% demand in Canada and a 31% demand in Canada for people who would prefer to pay with mobile payments over traditional payment methods. So, the goal of my presentation here is if you don't already have a startup or you're not already, capitalizing on this mobile payments emerging industry, I encourage you to do so. So this is kind of one interesting statistic. 25% of people in this room prefer to pay with mobile payments, maybe more here because you guys are a little bit more techy than the average person. But nonetheless, shows that there is a demand for it. So mobile payment users, that's not supposed to be $1 million, but nonetheless. Came back from Vegas last night very late, sorry. So in 2015, there's a huge amount of people that are using mobile payments now, and this is growing exponentially kind of year over year. And this is only gonna get bigger. So I'm looking at it from a mobile app experience perspective that there's gonna be a lot of people that want mobile-based payment apps. So if you haven't already started a business or you are thinking about integrating mobile payments, I encourage you to do so because the market is getting bigger. The average transaction value, now this is really interesting. The average transaction value in 2013 was $95 for proximity-based mobile payments. Proximity-based. And this is in the US. I don't know how this happens or where it comes from, but this is from statistica.com. So it sounds like a reputable website because it says Statistica. But if you look at the average mobile payment price in 2017, that's a lot. So I don't know what people are going to be buying with mobile apps. Maybe it's like cars, houses, whatever. But that average payment looks like if you could capture a percentage of that, that sounds like a pretty awesome business opportunity. Maybe it's just me. So the cool thing about transactional-based businesses, it's typically a marketplace model where you have to acquire some kind of customer like Checkout 51, where they have to get the brands to sign up, who are the actual paying people, and then you have to get users at the same time. So it's a double-sided marketplace. So here's some kind of strategies and things that we've employed on our end, and they've been pretty successful for us. So merchants, so your Checkout 51, your brands, having a feature in your app that's free, where you can get people on board, get users on board, because essentially the more users you have, the more valuable you are to a brand or a business or a merchant or whatever. So figure out a free way to make your app valuable to users and then kind of focus on getting users and then go after the merchants because you're a lot more valuable to a merchant when you have like 100 million people compared to 1,000 people. Direct sales, obviously reach out to them, use LinkedIn, these types of things. I found, getting a LinkedIn premium account and shooting emails to okay, this guy's an SVP of some big brand. You shoot out 100 of them, you may get one guy that will respond back, so that's kind of effective sometimes. Partnerships and affiliates. So partner with big brands and things like that, and then you can essentially virally grow how many merchants you have. So if you want to sell something to Winners or Target or something like that, go to the big guys. That gets you a whole bunch of stuff really quick. Mobile app users, so take advantage of influencers within spaces. This is something that we've explored, and it's been very effective for us. So reach out to people who have huge social media followings, incentivize them, and get them to do something for you for a small commission, and typically they're quite willing to help you out. Obviously, you have your in-app sharing, co-branding, targeted social media apps, kind of all traditional things. Proximity-based mobile payments, so this is essentially how big the industry is. Like I said, it's getting bigger exponentially. And this is what I do. So I have an app that'll tell you how popular every nightclub is in Toronto in real time and how popular it'll be before you get there. We also let you prepay for a mobile bar tap and skip the line, get in for free, redeem all of the money at the bar through your mobile device. So we're like Uber of bars, we were called by Huffington Post recently. Business models, we make 44 bucks, but you can probably make more with a similar business model, just our example. And here's a special offer to you guys, and feel free to ask me any questions you want. Thank you. So the special offer is you can essentially download our app and use the code Toronto to get 25 bucks free. And then if you enter a free drinks promo code in another field, yes, our app is kind of complicated. We just came out of beta. And you can essentially discount the price of the tab. And essentially this allows you to skip the line, get in for free, and use $25 on our marketing budget to try it out at a nightclub or bar nearest you. Yes, there is. There's one called Set on King. It's a nice little niche lounge. You may like it. Questions, anyone? Sorry, could you speak up a little bit? Yep, as long as you remember all of that. Yes, in the back. So like the checkout 51 gentlemen, it's magic. We have Harry Potter working in the background, kind of just calculating that for us. There's someone over here that got scared. Yeah, okay, you're back. You can't buy someone a drink yet. You can buy someone a tab if you're feeling really generous. We'll talk after. Yes. For users or customers? For users, so we have like a lot of apps nowadays, checkout 51 included. If you have like a Uber-like sharing code, you share the code with your friends, your friend buys something, you both get some monetary benefit. We've recently quietly launched a feature like that in our app that we hide and no one knows about because we don't want people to use it that much at this point in time. We're kind of going to market it later and then let everyone know, but we're kind of scared that too many people may use it, which is a great problem to have. But our corporate credit card may not be able to handle it at this point. Thank you. Another question. Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of people focus on like preemptive mobile payments where it's just like direct pay. As soon as you click pay for something, you're getting it kind of right away. So we're prepaid in the sense that you prepay for something and then you get it kind of later on. Prepaid model, I feel, is a vehicle for things in the future because not very many people are exploring this as a business model. So that's why we wanted to focus on it. Most people are direct and expect it now, but if you have a compelling enough business proposition, then you can get people to prepay for tickets or shows or whatever it may be. So in the entertainment industry, prepay is kind of more of a thing. Anyone else? Nope. I'm dead. Oh, one more. Oh, I'm excited. I got lots of questions. Oh, you forgot? Too much beer. Our customer access, so customer, when you say customer, you mean nightclub, people who pay us, or user? So sure, our customer acquisition cost from a user standpoint is about $50, primarily because of our Uber sharing code feature. It helps us acquire users at a very low cost point. Our lifetime value is a little over $1,000 so far, which is just based on a few months of data. From a vendor merchant standpoint, our customer acquisition cost is about $900, and that's but our lifetime value is very high. We'll just say it that much. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Interesting question. Thank you. All right, I'm done. Thank you. Talk to me after.
That was awesome, man.